So does that mean, point blank, that the housing crisis is now over? Well, Mitch Tuchman is our guest this morning, MarketRiders.com. As Bob Schiller was talking about impressive upturn, but I thought in the interview, we had him on for a long time yesterday on the internet, he was still pretty cautious about the future. What do you think?
I think you got to be very cautious about the future, Cornell. You still have 1.5 million unsold homes that were built up during the 96-2005 bubble.
Right.
So we've got a lot of homes that are still for sale. And you have people who are really underwater on their homes. I think 32%, we're down 32% from the peak in terms of prices. So numbers I'm looking at are 25% of the homeowners are still underwater on their homes. So you wonder what's going to happen if there's continued price deflation. So while there's been a nice little blip, the question is, you know, is that sustainable?
And you don't think it is, right then. So how do you, we talked earlier, we were just having this conversation about you hedging your portfolio for inflation versus deflation. How about on housing? Are there ways to hedge what might be, as you say, a little bit of a blip versus an all-out turnaround? How do you think about it as an investor?
Well, as an investor, that's a different story versus a homeowner. I think
yes.
On the homeowner side, that's everybody's personal situation, whether they're underwater on their home or whether they have a lot of equity in their home. But as an investor, we're focused on asset allocation. So we just try to make sure that in any scenario we have protection. So that would mean you have some bonds, you have some tips, you have some commodities, you have some foreign stocks, emerging stock market exposure, U.S. stock market exposure. And the key in the way that, you know, endowments and elite universities,
right.
Wealthy families manage their money is that they make sure that since they're covered in all of these asset classes, as markets start moving around and all these uncertainties become more certain, that you rebalance the portfolio.
That you rebalance at those times. Okay, right. Mitch, thank you very much. More from you in the next hour.